Hello, folks. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. How's everybody doing today? I'm on hella early today. Oh my god, what's on my hat? Sorry, it's on the other side. Ugh. You guys should switch up hats for the live. Oh. I put that on my mama. I like that better. I like that one better. Yeah, I'm super early today. Last live for a bit. I'll be honest with you. The reason why I am live early is because I leave on vacation tomorrow and I have not packed a singular thing. Not a suitcase, not a backpack, not a nothing. And so if I went live at the normal time, then yeah, I don't know when we'd pack anything. So I figured it was either going to be now or I wasn't going to go tonight. I was just going to cancel the stream today. So this is what I decided on. It was go early. Bring my laundry to my parents. So what you want me to do is the laundry's done. That's the only thing that actually is done. Yeah, the laundry is the only thing that is actually done. Oh, the last load's in the dryer right now. And the only reason I still have another load in the dryer is because I bought new clothes yesterday. She said, "Where is portrait mode? It's live. Do you not see it?" It's up there. People are in there. What am I eating for Thanksgiving? Shoot, everything. All of it. Turkey, ham, mashed potatoes, green beans, collard greens, stuffing. Yeah, we got stuffing. I got all the stuff. Yeah. It'll be delicious because I'm cooking it. You need the address? Oh, sorry. Y'all aren't invited to that one. All right. Y'all ain't invited to that one. Not because really I'd mind, but because my mom would have a full heart attack. It would be a you would put her in an early grave. Oh, also mac and cheese. There will be mac and cheese. So I know you're joking, Luther. I'd be more than happy to cook for y'all. I love to cook. I love to cook. Yeah, we'll have the whole community show up at the house. Yeah. We'll get 1,000 or two of y'all to just just pop in for Thanksgiving. You know. Yeah, we'll get 1,000 of you all to pop up at mom's house. That'd be funny. That'd be like truly really funny. Talking about she'd have a heart attack, I'd have a damn heart attack. I'd have a full heart attack. Yeah, but I'd love to cook. I would need, I mean, to cook for all of y'all, I would need like a whole team. And if I was cooking for all of y'all and had a full team, there would be a requirement that that when I said stuff, y'all said yes, chef. That would be, so y'all would have to have a whole team. I'd be in charge of the team. We'd be cooking, but then every time I said something, y'all would have to say yes, chef. That would just be a requirement. Okay, that's just a personal dream of mine. All right. Yeah, that would just be great. Like a whole group of you guys, like, get those out the pot. Yes, chef. Like I'm on like Hell's Kitchen or something. Oh, that'd be great. Only if I get to say it in a ridiculous German accent. Granted. Not just granted, preferred, honestly. Yeah, whatever the most ridiculous accent you can say it in is probably the best one. Yeah. If the food is free, I'll refer to you as my lord. Yes, my lord. Someone said, is Thanksgiving a time to talk politics with family? It absolutely will not be a time to talk politics with family. Absolutely not. I definitely have an uncle coming who is definitely Blaga. So, yeah, that won't be happening at all. All right. Like y'all think like y'all go home, y'all talk politics. It's like really bad if you guys talk at Thanksgiving dinner, like how horrible it is. Dude, I do this like semi-professionally. Holy crap, people are calling in already? Sorry, you're gonna have to hold on a second, caller. Give me a second to finish this conversation. Okay? I do this like semi-professionally. Can you imagine me debating my family at a Thanksgiving dinner? Could you imagine me just walking my family in person? just just out there just freaking like throwing out stats and freaking yeah, source. What's your source? Back that with data. I'm over there with my iPad pulling up CBP data on my iPad. See, if you actually look at the immigration stats in 2024 compared to the immigration stats in 2018, as we're over there, as I'm trying to cook a turkey. If you actually look at the BLS statistics coming out that came out this summer, or the census data from October to March, oh, that's a great way to ruin Thanksgiving for everyone. Like, I've actually thought about that, which is actually funny. I've actually thought about it because it's been like I don't know how to say it. Like I've just thought about like what it would look like if somebody actually brought up politics to me, like, because not everybody in my family knows I do this, right? So like it would just be really really funny to see like some unsuspecting family member who like thinks they know politics just walking into just like a lion's den, just walking into like a full lion's den. It'd be crazy. And Ari's gonna be with me, so I have backup too. Just straight debating people down. Yo, if you guys just tap that screen over there, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hit that like button, keep that going on. Yeah, that'd be so wrong. That'd be so wrong. Be kind of funny though. It would be kind of funny. I am on Twitch. I'm not live on Twitch right now. Me and Twitch have been fighting. Oh yeah, the purple one. Yeah, I'm not on it right now. I'm not live right now, but I do have it. I haven't been on it in a while. Same marshmallow. It's the same. Shannon, thank you so much for the flower. I really appreciate that. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me this early in the day. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, we're doing this early because I will be on vacation. This will be my last day live until next Monday. Okay. So I'm going to be missing you guys. So I wanted to, first of all, have you guys come over here. And so I can say hi, happy Thanksgiving, get a few conversations, a few debates in. And we're gonna get this thing going. So I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, of course. As always, if you as always, if wait, I just lost my train of thought there. Oh, if you like support, I do have links in the bio. I have all the fun stuff. Oh wait, I can't even get started yet. How are we at 2.5k likes over here? Okay. Also, remember, you can rewatch any of my lives at any point in time. You can go back and rewatch them. They are fun. They are fun. And yes, that does mean the same for Ari also. Yeah. Sorry, I would usually get ready to get started right now, but I have to bring up a second account, and I can't do that until we hit 5K. So, sorry, there's just one platform right now that is delaying the whole thing for everybody. Okay, and this is why we can't have nice things. This is why we can't have nice things. All right. Somebody's always got to ruin it. There we go. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. All right, now we'll open up the phone lines, get this thing going. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Ugh. All right, so my phone line. It's funny how it's been doing that lately. That's okay. Phone lines are open. We'll get this thing going. But yes, that does mean the same for Ari. She will also not be here for the next week. We're off until next Monday. Okay. So, well deserved vacation though, right? Well deserved. I think so. I think we've been working pretty hard over here. I think we've been working pretty hard over here. Oh, my white balance is way off over there. All right, there we go. Yeah, mom's birthday is Tuesday. Is Tuesday. Are we going to do the meet and greet? No, we're turning off the meet and greet for next week. Sorry, I need to put the. Oh shoot, vacation time. Yeah, we're turning off the meet and greet for next week. There's just like too many people out of town. It's feeling like it's being forced. So we're just gonna turn it off. Ari and I already talked about it. We're gonna turn off the meet and greet for next week, and then we're gonna come back and do a meet and greet, not around the holidays. Um, and we're actually gonna like hit a few spots. I'm hoping. So I'm hoping we can do one, in a few different areas. That's the idea. I'm hoping we can do one in a few different areas and kind of hit like, I don't know, maybe do like one in like Vegas, do one in like Phoenix, and do one in like LA or something. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of bounce through. That's the idea. We'll see. Hello, how are you?
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
All right. Well, apparently not that good. Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't need the sarcastic tone. You're going to run like a liberal coward. I already know that. Don't talk to me like I'm fucking stupid. Let's start there. You understand?
It's so early in the day for this.
Yeah, now you're going to run because your emotions are hurt and your feelings are hurt. You're a typical feminine male. That's exactly what you are. You're a perfect liberal.
Did you just call me feminine and perfect? Are you hitting on me?
No, perfect liberal. An example
He
of
said
weakness in men.
he said I'm perfect and feminine. I think he's hitting on me.
A perfect example. Yeah, that you're going to go there because you have no real argument. So you're going to behave like a child and say stupid stuff and imply embarrassing dumb shit that
I didn't even hang up on him. Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
good. I'm watching you live right now, talking to someone else. Maybe that's another live from another day.
Nope. You're not. Are you a Trump supporter?
Well, maybe in the human sense where I want to know if you think there's any weight to his assassination attempt and
What
him just
hold on,
like
hold on. Is there a non-human sense in which you don't support it?
well well no,
Are
but
you
let
a
me just
human?
get it out here.
Oh,
So
it
there
sounds
was
like
an
you're like
assassin.
are you a human in your real human skin and all of your flesh is currently attached to your real human body?
Well. Really, let's. So somebody tried
He's
to kill him,
AI.
and I just want to know if you think that that's the reason that he does what he wants now, and he's like, um, eh, just has no, I don't know, restraint or whatever you want to call it, right? Everybody's mad, yada yada. So my take is like, if there was any good or decency to him, that all left, or whatever you want to call it, that there was some sway that he might have had, that all left when when they tried to kill him and all that, or do you think it was just a hoax? And
No, I don't think
yeah,
he had any self-control or anything prior to somebody trying to kill him.
no.
No,
So then,
this
why do
is
you think?
the way he isn't based off the assassination attempt. Where I do assume that assassination attempt would fuck with anybody mentally, right? But these aren't anything different than what Donald Trump was trying to do in his first term. The only difference is that he had politicians in there that had respect for the rule of law, who had respect for crime and punishment, who had respect for the Constitution, that weren't just doing the things that he just asked of them just because he asked them. And Donald Trump switched that out this time, where he just put in a bunch of people that don't care about any of those things I just said, and will do whatever Donald Trump asked them
No,
to,
yeah,
regardless.
yeah, and I don't mean to cut you off, because you really flow, and I enjoy watching you. I enjoy your thought track. It's it's amazing. It's like technology to me, watching folks' mind on YouTube. Um, but why do you think he didn't do it his first term then?
He
Do you
tried.
think he just didn't know? Oh, he
No,
tried.
he tried, and again, that's what I was saying, sir. Is that the people that were around him okay, were people that actually did have respect for the institution, things like the Constitution, things like the law. Those people aren't around him anymore. Those people stopped him prior, right? Like we, General Kelly's been getting a lot of stuff in the news lately, right? General Kelly said specifically in his first term, Donald Trump tried to turn the active duty military against the U.S. citizens, and he stopped it. He wouldn't do it, right? Because he understood that that goes against the law, the Constitution, and everything else, right? But General Kelly wouldn't do that in the first term, right? Do you think that Hegseth would do it now if he was asked to?
I won't pretend to
Well,
be
okay. Well, I will say
as
that.
into,
I will say that. Okay. I'll say that. Yes, he would.
yeah.
He would.
Well, no, and I won't what I was gonna say is, and I appreciate that, is that I won't pretend to have, be as intellectual as um, uh, some folks are. I won't say many folks that call you, because you're slapping them left and right about how silly they are and whatever, or how their thoughts don't align and so forth. But that was just my notion. Like they tried to kill the guy. If it wasn't a hoax or whatever, it's like whatever. Now I'm gonna do what I want.
That's a bad excuse. They tried to kill Nancy Pelosi. They tried to kill Josh Shapiro. I'm
Yeah.
sure there was tons of assassination attempts on Barack Obama or Biden. There's assassination attempts with every president. Now, granted, it may have affected Trump more because he's weak-minded. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's assassination attempts on every single president. Maybe not ones where they get shots off, right? But like there's attempts all the time. I think that that's just kind of unfortunately part of doing business as being the president of the United States is that people for some reason want to kill you. I don't know. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying like
And then I wonder my take sometimes, and no disrespect, is if I were you and you were me or whatever, and you were in my situation and I was in yours, we'd be doing whatever we were doing. And so sometimes I think, if you and I were Trump, wouldn't we be doing what he's doing, seeing it how he sees it, or whatever, however that is. And so, yeah, I don't want to say I'm a supporter necessarily. I didn't vote or anything, but I'm not against the person, because it's like he has the power. So let me ask this then, in closing, do you because if to me it's like people are, what's the word, fickle. It's like, oh, for Trump, oh, he did this, I'm not for Trump. Oh, if he's gonna give me some money, maybe he's not a bad guy anymore. And so uh do you think if everybody just didn't argue, like if there weren't people like you and what is that woman, that those Caucasian ladies, I've had it channel, and the wave of people like, oh my God, what is this thing that is Trump? Get him out of here. Uh, do you think if there wasn't that it would be any different? Do you think this Epstein thing is real? This whole opposition, because it's like if I had the power, I'm like, well, everybody's looking this way, just keep them looking that way and we'll manipulate that and do what we want. So the question is, if there wasn't this wave of a backlash against Trump, what do you think would be different? Wouldn't he be doing what he wanted anyway? Aren't isn't the pushback making it worse, whether it be for,
yeah,
I
okay,
don't
I'm
know,
going
if
to go ahead and
Marjorie
cut
Taylor
you off.
Greene is a good
I have
example,
no
but
idea what you're talking about anymore. Okay, you
yeah.
said you were going to make one more question to finish it off,
No,
and then you said
I thought,
10
yeah,
different things in
yeah,
there,
no,
and none of
yeah,
them
yeah, yeah.
were
And I
a
know you like
coherent
to, I know you
question.
like to argue.
I'm not trying to
I
argue,
don't, I'm
sir. I just don't understand you. Okay,
okay,
I'm
fine. So
just
let me
being
just make it
straight
a
up. I
little
don't
more,
understand what you're asking.
yeah,
It's
no, sure. So let me
insane.
just make it a little more terse. If there was no back, because I'm being wordy, I don't talk about this often. And every time I try to call you, just full disclosure, I don't know, maybe there were a lot of people calling, maybe there are less people calling tonight. I just couldn't get through. And so when you picked up, and I thought I saw you on live already, I'm like, what in the world? So that's kind of why, if there's some shuffle here to what I'm trying to ask, that's why I'm trying to catch up with you. I know you're. So the question more tersely is, if there was there were no YouTubers like you, and I think his name is Cohen, and there wasn't all this talk about what Trump is doing, that things would be any different? Would it matter? Like, do you think your rhetoric, your expression, your YouTube channel, and all the other channels, this wave of stop Trump. Do you think that helps? I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
It
Does he
helps
have
just
the
ways.
power?
It helps people raise awareness of what's going on, and absolutely, it does stuff. This is why we had things like the No Kings protest, right, and had a big turnout. This is why we're seeing results in the election. It's because people are understanding politics. People are engaged in politics at a level that they haven't been at before. First of all, you just said me and Brian Tyler Cohen in the same sentence, which will probably make me happy for the rest of the day. Okay, which is just absolutely crazy. All right, but at the same time, what I'm saying is, yes, absolutely, it helps to raise awareness. It helps to get people interested in talking about politics, because the first step in actually moving towards keeping a democracy and moving towards, fixing this situation and making sure that we don't do it again, is for people to actually talk about them. And without these type of platforms, then people don't get the chance to talk about them at all. But on that note, I am going to move on to the next caller. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Okay.
Yeah, that was good. Thank you. What's your name again?
You just call me Polly. My name's Chris. You can call me Polly.
Yeah.
Though. Yeah.
Oh, Chris.
That's what everybody
Yeah.
calls,
No, I
that's what
think
everybody calls me out here.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
All right, man. Well, have a good one. I'm fanboying. He just put me in the same sentence as Brian Tyler Cohen. He's like, people like you and Cohen, like, the fuck? Hey, I have my favorite, political creators too. Okay, I can fanboy. All right. Taro, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Taro says, harness the power of the whole wheat eggs is very important. I will be harnessing the power of whole wheat eggs when I'm cooking all of Thanksgiving dinner. So I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Also, for you guys that are here, like I said, this will be my last live for a week. So make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, but you won't see me for a week after this one. This is the last one. All right. So I really appreciate you guys. Luis, thank you so much for the $50 super chat. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Huge W's in the chat for Luis for the $50. Oh, excuse me. The Maggle Colt. This MAGA cult are hurt due to MTG leaving them, failing almost every court case. Don't want to publish job numbers in October. Economy is going up in everything. The door is smashing through their noses. Ha ha ha! Puerto Rico, oh Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico. Yeah, they're not doing good right now. Epstein files are coming out, or at least whatever ones that Donald Trump wants to have released. People are fleeing them like MTG. People like Lauren Boebert are going against them. They're losing jobs at an alarming rate from pretty much every major corporation. They are getting their butts kicked, and they just got their smoked in an election cycle. They're not doing great right now. They're not doing great at all, and I'm here for it. I love it. I hope they keep failing. keep trying to distract us from those Epstein lists. All right, just keep it trying to go. Okay, not looking too good. Thank you so much, Luis. I really appreciate that. Puerto Rico in the house. Thank you guys so much. If you guys like support, of course, pay links in the bio, super chats, all that fun stuff. We're gonna try to keep this thing moving and get on the next callers. Thank you guys so much for being here. I might have to do I don't know what to see what's going on with my portrait light over there. It is not going the way it normally does. That's okay though. That's okay. We'll keep this thing going and get on to some more phone calls. Phone calls are fun. Might just be my time coming on too. Also, if you guys do me a favor, especially if you're in my portrait live, can you go ahead and throw a chat in the chat, and that way we can get things going over here. I really appreciate that. Hello, how are you?
Well, thanks. And yourself?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I'm 39.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I do.
All right. Why would you do that?
Well, I mean, he's the president I voted for. I think he's doing a pretty decent enough job.
At what?
I mean, let's start with immigration. I don't think he's doing a terrible job with that.
He's doing a terrific job of immigration by freaking ripping families apart, zip tying children, building concentration camps, sending people to torture prisons. You think that's a good thing?
I think that the last administration opened up the floodgates. And
I'm not talking about the last administration. I'm talking about what Donald Trump is doing right now. Or do you call those things good things for as far as immigration?
So I can't answer your question if you don't let me speak.
And you
But-
can't answer my question at all if you're talking about Biden.
So is that the conversation we're going to have? You're just going to talk over?
No,
me?
sir. We're talking about what Donald Trump is currently doing with immigration. Okay. I am not talking about what Biden did with immigration, because then what's going to happen is you're going to say a whole bunch of things that aren't true. Then I'm going to have to go through this giant rabbit hole of proving you wrong. Okay. Because you're going to say some things like opened up the border, or 20 million illegals came in, or whatever crazy number you're going to say. And then I'm going to have to prove all of that wrong. And then it's just going to derail the conversation completely. Okay.
Okay,
And instead of doing
context
all of
matters,
that,
so it
sir,
doesn't matter.
instead of doing all of that, what you stated was that Donald Trump is doing good for immigration. So I want to talk about the things that Donald Trump is doing that are there as far as immigration. So I'm trying to
Okay.
keep us on subject, if that's okay with you.
Okay, that's fair enough. So
Okay.
then let's talk about Donald Trump's presidency with immigration.
Sure.
So previously, before this presidency, he was president, and during that presidency, he had all-time lows of border crossing. Then somewhere between the next 4 years, it got way worse, to the tune of the worst border crossings in history. And now what he has on his plate is trying to undo all that was done in that 4 year gap.
All right. Well, and since you can't somehow do this without talking about Biden, which shows really how weak your position is.
I didn't mention
No,
that.
you did. You
I
did.
mentioned
You
both
did.
of
You
his
did, sir. Just
presidencies.
because you say sometime in those next 4 years doesn't mean that we all don't know that you're talking about the Biden administration. Let's not be coy, okay?
The
Let's not be.
context doesn't matter.
Let's
The
not
context
be
doesn't matter
stupid.
at all.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, okay?
Right.
Donald Trump actually had record highs in his first term when it came to border crossings. The only reason that he didn't have record border crossings across his entire term, okay, was because of Title 42 implementation because of COVID. All right. So if COVID had not hit and Title 4 hadn't been implemented by Congress, then Donald Trump actually would have had record highs in immigration. Okay. The border was completely out of whack. We were seeing over 10,000 encounters a day. Okay. We were actually seeing numbers that weren't too dissimilar from under the Biden administration prior to COVID hitting. Okay. So that is completely inaccurate in the way that you are portraying this. All right. Second of all, there is talking about the Biden administration and acting like there wasn't some huge, major world changing financial event. Okay, economic event and destabilization of the entire world when it came to the effect of what happened under Biden is just, again, completely disingenuous. You're acting like Donald Trump came into office. COVID never happened. Title 42 never happened. Then all of a sudden Biden came in, and then all of a sudden all of these immigrants came over, while completely ignoring the fact that the reason why we had such a rush of immigrants at the southern border was specifically because of the destabilization of multiple different countries and regions in South America and Central America due to COVID. Okay. But of course we can always ignore that because Trump supporters always want to talk about how, it wasn't, Donald Trump's fault that he lost 7 million jobs because of COVID, but for some reason don't want to give any credit to the Biden, to COVID for the Biden administration when it comes to immigration, which is absolutely crazy. Again, third of all, let's also be very clear that by the time that Biden left office, his numbers were actually lower when it actually came to immigration than it was under the Trump administration's first term on average per month when it came to border crossings.
Okay. So
And none of that, sir, has fuck all to do with Donald Trump's current immigration policies.
Okay. So then let's touch on COVID. Under which presidency did the majority of COVID happen? Was it majority under Trump's administration?
9% in one and 99% or 99% in the other. It does not change anything. Okay.
Well, then why are you bringing up COVID?
Because COVID caused the destabilization of the Northern Triangle, regardless of who the president was.
I'm aware of it's regardless.
Then why does it matter who the president was that destabilized the Northern Triangle, which caused for the rush of immigration?
Because if COVID doesn't matter at all, then why even bring it up?
COVID does matter. It matters completely.
Okay. So
But it doesn't
that's
matter
my
who was
question.
president. What if I tell you, no matter what my answer is for who COVID lasted under longer, what does that change with it destabilizing the Northern Triangle?
That okay. Fair enough. So let's move away from COVID because that wasn't.
No, let's stick right on it. That's fine.
Are we sticking on it or are we not? Because
I don't
you said
know,
it
sir.
was
You seem to be
important
having
and
a
then you
rough
said it
time when it
wasn't.
comes to immigration and COVID.
No, I'm not having a rough time at all.
Well,
You're
then can
bringing
you
up
get there
points and
then, please?
making them
Because
sound poignant, and then the moment I bring them up or ask a
then how
question
about
about
you
them,
just
they're
get
not
to a
important
point?
anymore. The point I was trying to make was that was, and by the way, that's not true at all. The thing that happened that brought down crossings was the Remain in Mexico Act, which Democrats immediately removed, and then they
Incorrect.
flip-flopped, on that toward the end of Biden's presidency because they
Oh,
wanted to attract more red
gotcha.
voters.
So what's Title
Like,
42?
oh well, the crossings are actually down.
So what's Title
So
42?
okay, so again, let
No,
me
if you're
speak
going to
because
tell
I'm
me
not
that it was
talking
the
over
Remain in
you.
Mexico policy and not
I'm not.
Title 42, then what is Title 42?
I didn't bring up Title 42. That's
I
not for me
did.
to
I
answer. That's for
said
you.
that Title
Okay, so
42 was the reason why crossings went down. You said, no, it was not. It was the Remain in Mexico policy. Okay.
right.
So
Mhm.
which makes me think that you don't know what Title 42 is.
Well, please enlighten me.
Well, as soon as you say, I don't know what it is, that's totally fine.
I don't know what it is.
Perfect. It is a complete shutdown of the border due to a pandemic response. Okay, because we had COVID. Okay, we don't want anybody, whether legal or illegally here, right? Regardless of their status, regardless of whether they're coming over for work visas, regardless of whether they're coming over for anything. Okay, we don't want
Mhm.
anybody coming in and out. All right, because that could cause the spread of a disease. Right. So the Remain in Mexico policy literally wasn't doing anything because the Remain in Mexico policy only had to do with asylum seekers. And it was only for legal asylum seekers. So therefore, it only had to do with legal immigration. And it couldn't have been affecting anything because no asylum seekers were coming over because of Title 42. So no, it had nothing to do with the Remain in Mexico policy because, again, that only had to do with legal immigration. First of all, and second of all, it would have been completely trumped by the idea of Title 42.
Right. But Remain in Mexico Act was pre-COVID.
It's
The
not in the
Title
Remain in Mexico
42
Act.
was post.
It's the Remain in Mexico policy.
Okay.
Act would require it to be passed by Congress. It was not.
Okay. Well, that policy was pre-COVID,
Correct?
and then Title 42 was during COVID.
Correct.
So if it made no difference, then why scrap it at all? Let's start there, and then move on to.
Because it was inhumane and called inhumane by the Supreme Court. And they were the Supreme Court, the conservative Supreme Court, ruled that it was that it was inhumane and needed to be overturned. That happened like literally before. I think that even happened before Biden even took office.
Can you tell me what the act itself was?
Yeah. Do you know what it is? Or are you asking me to explain it to you, or are you trying to see if I know?
I know exactly what it is, but I mean, I'm
Sure.
I'm
The
wondering,
Remain in Mexico policy was a policy that specifically related to asylum seeking. What it did is it stated that asylum seekers who were fearing for their lives and coming over to this country, because that's what you do when you're seeking asylum, right? Is you're almost under a refugee status, right? You're fearing for your life and fleeing that those people would have to stay in the place where it was dangerous until the U.S. could process all of their paperwork to find out if they actually had a valid court-assigned asylum case, right? Which completely ruins the entire point of asylum seeking, because the point of asylum seeking is to remove someone out of the danger in which they're in until we can find out what's going on, right? To find out whether they're in that danger or not. And that is why the Supreme Court ruled that it was inhumane, because it literally kept people in danger for literally as long as the asylum case existed, which could be up to like 5-6 years, right? Before we actually had a full, evidentiary hearing when it came to their asylum status. Well, in the case of anybody who actually did need to seek asylum, they're most likely dead by then, because the entire point of them seeking asylum was to escape fear for their lives.
okay. That is a very articulate but somehow disingenuous way of framing that, because what you're saying is they were meant to stay somewhere that's going to ultimately end up killing them before they're able to transition to America. But that's not true at all. The Remain in Mexico bill was everything you said it was, but it's the part where you're allowed to seek asylum is you're placed somewhere where there's a lot of military intervention, where you're less likely to run into that kind of violence. Now, I'm fully aware that
Hold on. Military intervention from which country?
From Mexico.
Oh, gotcha.
So there is military intervention there. It's the safest opportunity that they have, and it's not just Mexicans. It's just anybody that's crossing. That's what the Remain in Mexico Act is for. It's not just
No, it's not.
insane.
It was not at all. That is a lie.
Well, it's not. So then you're saying that like a European, for example, wouldn't have to at some point if they're already in Mexico or they're in America and they get transitioned out, that wouldn't be an option for them.
What are you talking? That doesn't even make sense. What are you saying?
Okay. I think what we're doing is we're getting away from the.
No, what were you saying? Say it in coherent English so I can respond to it, please. All right, or just run away. That's fine too, I guess. Dude, it just don't come out just saying word salads, bro. You don't understand the policy. You don't understand what it was. You don't understand the policy. Okay, so stop trying to pretend like you did. I don't know what to tell that guy, man. He just wanted to fucking talk, I think. All right, anyways, I might have to. Oh, well, now I feel bad doing that. Valador, thank you so much for the 5 gifteds over there. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Yeah, apparently the Remain in Mexico policy was very much for Europeans. Apparently. I don't know how that works. Thank you so much. Big W's chat for Valador. I really appreciate that. Oh, we're gonna see if we can get this thing going. Yeah, I might well, you know what? Maybe I'm taking it as I'm on early, so that's okay. We're not gonna worry about it. But thank you so much. And Shadow, thank you so much for the $5. Says, wasn't Donald Trump's handling of COVID what caused us to have to deal with it for 2 years? Absolutely, it was. Absolutely, it was. He did a very, very bad job. Angie, thank you so much for the jewels too. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the latte. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is 100% true. 100% true. All right, let's open up the phone lines. Keep this thing going. Yeah, guys, the Remain in Mexico policy only dealt with legal migrants, okay? Just thought I'd let you know that. Hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Jesus Christ, it doesn't sound like it.
No, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
No, you sound like absolute ass.
That's because I'm washing my ass.
All right, well, I can't understand you, so... Hello, how are you? Hello? Hello? All right, this is not there. Yeah. That's all I heard. That's literally all I heard. Y'all, please make sure you hit that follow button if you haven't already. I appreciate you. If you guys like Sport the Live, I do have all the fun stuff. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you?
Yo, what up, gang?
Oh, this is going to be great. How old are you?
What you mean, how old am I? Old enough to know politics and shit, man.
All right. Well, does
I'm an
that
amateur political
does that
science.
old enough to know politics come with a number?
That's a fact. Whoa.
Cool. How
I'm in my
old
20s,
are
man.
you?
That's all you need to know, bro. That's all you need to know. I'm in my 20s, bro. What the fuck with this?
All
This a
right.
job interview, nigga?
All
You
right.
trying to
dude.
hire me?
Well, I doubt you've
Come
ever
on.
been at one of those. Okay, but I
Oh,
am going to
wait,
have
wait,
to.
wait, wait.
I am
Ho,
going to
ho,
have to
ho,
move
ho,
on to the
ho,
next
ho.
caller since you won't answer the question. Okay, so
Bro, I'm 22. I'm 22.
22. See, that wasn't too difficult, was it?
I could be lying, but hey, you know.
Are you
But
lying?
Anyway, I'm 22.
Are you
I'm
lying?
22 though, bro. I'm 22.
Are you
No, no, no.
lying?
I'm not. I'm serious. I'm 22.
Oh, okay.
Hand on the Bible.
Well, that doesn't help anything. All right. So what's
It
up?
doesn't? All right. Yeah, 'cause I just kind of wanted to make you feel, but whatever. Yeah. So, what's the call about again? Why you still support?
What do you mean?
Trump?
What's the call about? You called into it.
Nah, I forgot the topic, bro. I had to remind myself. Why you trying to make me feel dumb, homie?
Think you're doing that
I
on your
see
own.
You like to do that to your callers. You want to make your callers feel
Feels
dumb.
like you're doing that
I'm
already.
about to make
like
you feel
just
dumb.
on your own. Okay.
Right. So listen.
Hey guys,
You
if you're
heard?
on the portrait live, I'm gonna restart over there. So you can either go over to the
What the fuck is
landscape
going on, bro?
live, or I'll come back over here in like 2 minutes. So
Yo, bro, what's
yeah.
going on, bro?
What?
I'm trying to tell you about. You know what I'm saying? Why I fuck with Trump?
Well then, can you get to it?
All right, bro, rest your neck, bro. Why you keep interrupting me? Stop interrupting me, bro. Just rest your neck.
All right. Well, last chance, sweetheart.
Jesus, and that's why you a Democrat, because you call other men sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? You with that LGBT.
All right, and we're moving on to the next caller. Goodness gracious. Holy crap. Hello, how are you?
Sorry about that a second ago. I was in the car, but I'm done now.
Did you say you were in the shower?
Yeah. I like to be on my phone when I'm in the shower. Don't worry about it. It
All
ain't
right,
weird.
cool. Well, it is weird because
Okay, well, that's your
I can
opinion.
barely hear you and you sound kind of creepy, to be completely honest with you. I'm not real sure what we're doing over here. Hello, how are you?
My guy, how you doing, bro? Why you hung up on me like?
All right. Sorry, I didn't recognize that phone number again. My bad. I apologize. That was that guy sounds. So hold on. Hold on. Shit. Ah, come back. Oh, that's too funny. That's too funny. Bro, fucking RFK and fucking Alex Jones is wild. Hello? Hello? All right, goodbye. Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. How old are you?
29.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I do on some stuff and not on other stuff. But what I really want to talk about is the deportations going on.
What about him?
Well, I just want to have amnesty for big booty Latinas.
Amen.
I mean, the Latinos, big booty Latinos, they can go. They can be sent
No,
home
they can stay here
deported.
too, but the Latinos
No, they can
definitely
be
got
deported, but
yeah.
you know, if you're a 9, you're fine.
Well, I think we're gonna have to keep both. Okay.
No.
Well, sir, if we don't keep both, then how are we gonna get more Latinas?
It's insane.
Yeah.
Didn't think about that,
I
did
don't-
you?
Well, if we keep getting an influx of big booty Latinas,
Gonna have to have both, man. I'm sorry, we're gonna have to keep both of them for all of our benefits. Okay.
you think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's gonna have to go that way, man. So
I'll have to think about that, but
yeah, put it in your
for
head.
now-
You know,
for now-
just work on it for a bit, okay?
yeah, for now I'm just thinking only big booty Latinas.
Well, you know what? You're halfway there.
Nobody else
Okay.
gets amnesty.
All right. Well, you're getting there. All right. But
If you're a 6, kick bricks.
sir, I'm pretty sure there's no way you top 4, so I don't know like who you're talking about over there. Okay. Trust me, you need the 2s and belows because somebody's got to hang out with you. Okay.
No.
Yeah. So just keep that in mind. Okay. No, I'm pretty sure those 6s and above probably don't want much to do with you.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, I guess we'll have to agree to disagree, but
All right, man.
amnesty for big booty Latinas, the Latinos got to go.
All right, man. Well, all right. Sounds good. Bye-bye. I don't. It like I think it's been like the last week. I truly do not know why I'm even getting like why I'm even coming on live for the last week. It's been so weird. Tad, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I said, how do you get the Squidbillies to call you, dude? Don't touch the trim if you know you might have to have knee pain. What is going on today? Hello, how are you?
Well, good night. How are you?
Good night. All right. That's interesting. Where's it night at?
It's night in New York. Are you not in America?
So at
New York is
6:30
America,
in New
per
York?
se, but yeah, it's nighttime.
I thought that was still considered evening, but all right, that's fine.
Well, it's cold, you know, so it's pretty dark out, so it presents as night.
It's dark at like 4 o'clock. It's almost December, but regardless, I'll give it to you.
Okay,
I'll give
you
you.
wanna
I'll give you the
debate-
night thing.
you
It
wanna
does
debate
feel
about
like
that
night. It does feel like night. I will say that much.
Exactly. It presents its night.
Yeah, that's
Come on,
fine.
come on.
So, anyways, how old are
Get it
you?
together. I'm 25.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yeah, absolutely.
By the way, this is Puerto Rico telling that last caller right there. All right, this is Puerto Rico telling him like, don't even try, bro. That yeah, just 100%. Anyway, so why do you support Trump?
You know, as a conservative black man, okay, I think he, you know, fundamentally stands for a lot of the values that you know, could benefit my collective. But outside of that, you know, to be honest, the way I see the politics stuff, you're gonna get fucked regardless. It's all about whether you're fucked with Vaseline or without it. Okay? And Trump, he's gonna fuck you with Vaseline. All right? And I'm all for that. Okay? And I'll tell you what getting fucked with Vaseline looks like.
I wish you wouldn't.
Telling it like it is. It's
Yeah,
telling it
you
like
sir,
it is.
sir, can you please stop trying to tell me about your sexual fantasies? Okay, and just get to the point, please. I appreciate that.
Didn't you call another man sweetheart and you're over here telling
Yes,
me about
sweetheart.
my
Please stop talking about your sexual fantasies with me, and let's get to the point. All right.
Okay, the point is this, man. All right? Are you black? Are you a brother? Do you identify as a black man?
That you like Trump because of my
When you've
about
got a
whether.
classic, right?
Oh my goodness, that is so loud.
You make time to work.
We know you like watching Key and Peele.
Hello?
Yes, I'm black. What does that have to do with you support? Does my blackness like affect your ability to support Trump?
No, I'm just, you know, trying to relate to you here. I'm trying
Please
to,
don't.
I'll be honest. Well, okay, whatever. You know, I don't know why you're treating your callers like this. We're supporting your show and you're saying don't relate to you. Like, come on, man.
No, sir. I would just like to actually attempt to have an intelligent conversation at one point in time tonight, at any point in time, and I seem to be having a really hard time getting to one. Okay, so
Well, guess
either
what? If you fucking treated your callers better, nigga, we wouldn't be trolling.
sorry, all I could think of when he said that shit was like all I could think of when as soon as he said that shit was freaking like
Now, people think that black voters are a monolith. We're not a monolith. What? No, we're not. In fact, black Republicans alone are an extremely diverse group of people. Now, to speak more on diversity, I present tonight's speaker, Mr. Douglas Jackson.
That's all I could think of. He said, as a black conservative, that's all I could think of. We are not a monolith. All right, we are very diverse. I see. Thank you so much for the 2 hour super chat. Said, Paulie, why are all of your callers freaks, man? I have no idea. It has been wild the last week. It has been absolutely crazy. Hello, how are you?
Good, you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I just want to say, pimp on the blimp. Let's go.
All right. Yeah, he got real hostile. I don't know what was going on with that. Hello,
Hey,
how are
what's
you?
up, man? How's it going? Let's talk about it. Why do I support Trump?
Okay.
Yes, Trump. There's few reasons why I support Trump. You know, for me, top one, he gave me a cigar back in Queens at the tennis U.S. tennis U.S. tennis. What was it called? The Wimbledon, whatever it's called. You know, I was doing security. It pulled up. I wrote a fat blunt with that. That was one. You know, it's from Queens. I'm from Queens. You know what I mean? Got to represent the borough of QU. You know what I mean?
Isn't Wimbledon played in England?
Wimbledon is England, you know, but it's tennis, man. You know, the tennis back and forth, man. You know, Wimbledon is England, but this the Queens one, the one in Queens at this Shea Stadium and stuff.
Okay. I
Yes.
assume you mean the U.S. Open.
U.S. Open, that one. Yeah, I was doing security for like a season, and you know what I mean, pulled up. You know what I mean. So I'm like, all right, cool. And that's one of the main reasons. But so on the political aspect of it, you know, the economy and inflation is on top of it.
Okay. So how's he on top of it?
I mean, look at the historical facts though. Pre-COVID, you know, we you know, the economy grew faster pre-COVID, like one of the top economy before the COVID, before the pandemic.
Yes, things were growing at a very good rate before the pandemic.
Oh, okay.
What does that have to
Um,
do with anything?
I mean, that is what we look for in a leader. You know, we as ourselves. If you're a business owner, I'm a business owner, so that's one of the other reasons I support them when it comes to the tax code.
Okay. So again, what does Donald Trump have to do with that? Donald Trump was just writing policies from the Obama administration. So I don't.
Yes, and it's not just that policy too. There's other aspect of it that we have to look at the policy. The way, okay, great. You know, like the first 30 pages of the tax IRS tax code is like what? Only for like people that work in W-2 jobs. The rest of the pages, over 600 pages, is for what? People with business owners.
Yeah, primarily benefiting like the richest business owners.
Not just the richest.
I didn't say just
I
the
barely
sir,
do $1 million in my business, and I'm
sir.
still benefiting off of it.
The words I say are important. Okay. I didn't say just the largest business owners. I said primarily the biggest business owners.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what words are important. I didn't say only, I said primarily. Okay. There definitely were things in the tax code that benefited small businesses. That is true. Okay. But the primary benefit, the largest amount of cuts, the largest amount of money, that was stopped from being tax deductible, all of the things much more benefited somebody like Jeff Bezos than it did you.
Of course.
But
And
that's not
hopefully
good.
one day
Why are you saying
I
of
can
course?
get there.
Why are you saying of course? No, that's not good.
It will
That's
have
not
to,
good.
man. That's what this
You'll
is
never
America.
get there.
We're in the capital.
You will never get there.
No, you don't know me to say I will never get there. You know, it's all about the mindset.
You will never get there. I'm telling you this right now.
Well, I will never get there. Do you know what my niche is? Do you know what my vehicle is? You don't know that.
I don't care.
I know you do not care. So because you don't know me, you can't just say, "Oh, you will never get there." That's like me telling you you will never be you will never have 2 million subscribers. I don't know you to say that.
I don't need to know you to say that, sir.
You need to know somebody to say that.
No. See, this is like the biggest lie that's been like sold to like Americans. Like, I'm letting you guys know out there, okay? Y'all will never be billionaires. Okay? You guys are never going to be billionaires. All of you out there, okay, of all the people that are watching right now, okay, none of you are going to be billionaires ever. Okay, I'm not going to be a billionaire. You're not going to be. None of us are going to be billionaires ever. It's not going to happen. Okay,
but we could be millionaires.
You could
we
be
don't
millionaires.
have to be billionaires, but we could be billionaires. Yes or no?
Yeah, you could be millionaires. Of course you can. But you said you could be Jeff Bezos.
I am a millionaire now, but I'm not like, I'm trying to go for a billion.
Sir.
I am trying to go for a billion.
Congratulations.
Within the next 15, 20 years, I'm going to be a billionaire. With the way I'm moving with my business, yes, I will. With the type of investors that I'm bringing into my business, yes, I will.
Okay, no, you won't. But regardless of any of that, sir, the idea is that we primarily benefit small businesses and small business owners, even millionaires and the upper middle class, right? Is that benefiting them is a lot better than benefiting people like Jeff Bezos, right? For not only the people of the United States, but also the U.S. economy, right? And so what we need the president to be able to do is to be able to articulate that, first of all, and actually be able to pass policy that is helpful for people like you and I more than anybody else, okay? Because what it does is we give those giant tax benefits like to people like Jeff Bezos. We have like stagflation. We have huge wealth disparities, that happen with the United States. We have a large part of the U.S. economy that's sitting in the top, 0.5% of people or 0.1% of people, right? Those are the things that don't help us. They don't help the American economy, and it doesn't even help you to get richer. It actually hurts you.
How does it hurt me to get richer?
I didn't say that, sir. I said his tax policies that more highly benefit the richest people actually are a stunt against you getting richer. You could be getting richer faster if he actually prioritized people like, in the upper middle class.
And that is one of my vehicles
One of your vehicles to what?
of my business niche
Yeah, to what?
to get richer. So, for example,
Hold
I
on,
do
sir.
B2C.
Your vehicle is what? Is that you're going to what? Not get
Okay, when I
rich as
say
fast?
vehicle,
I don't understand what you're talking about.
when I say vehicle, it means like my roadmap, like the vehicle
Sir,
to
I
my wealth.
understand
Okay,
what
my
you
niche.
meant by the word vehicle. It just didn't make any sense in the context in which you said it.
Okay, respect. Okay, I'll make it clearer. Okay,
What is your business?
Okay, I'm in the food business. Everybody got to eat.
Correct.
2, okay, my business, I service B2B, big NBA, a couple of NBA, and a couple of major league sports leagues.
Good for you.
That's one. The other niche, corporate. Now I service the Monday to Fridays. People going back to the building, going back to work, lunch service, recurring service. That's subscription every single day, except for holidays. Secondly, now the other niche is the B2C part of the business. People that are too busy to come home and cook. We service meal prep.
So you're
for them.
literally an Uber Eats driver.
I'm not a Uber. No, I have staff that works for me, and I'm not a
DoorDash?
driver. I don't do DoorDash. I am a chef. I own my own business.
You work at Pizza Hut.
I have my own business, and people work for me. I have W2
A food
staff
truck? Is it a food truck?
and a few 1099.
Do you have a food
staff.
truck?
I don't like food truck. I'm not into food truck.
Oh, so you're a restaurant
I'm not
owner.
into food truck. I don't own restaurants.
Oh,
I
okay.
do catering. I do catering, meal prep, and B2C, and personal chef. That's my
Awesome.
niche.
Awesome. And
That's
you
my
think
vehicle.
doing that is going to make you a billionaire with a B?
Yes, why not? If you look at the
Because the
companies like
profit,
Compass
because
Group,
the profit margins in that don't even lend
Correct.
to even being a millionaire.
100%, you're 100% right.
I know.
My first year, I made $1 million. Guess what? How much I have in the bank at the end of the year? $50,000. I'm like, good Lord. Okay, so now you have to get smarter. You have to look at some of the other companies, like the Sodexo, the Compass Group, the $70 billion a year company. You have to try to model something like that.
Well, sir,
And,
sir,
and
again,
those companies being around things,
I think your little
Go ahead.
business is awesome, right? I do. People need to eat, and I think the things that you do, like the business that you do, is very important. Okay, I do. This is why tax policy should more benefit people like you, as opposed to benefiting people like Elon Musk. This is the
but
entire
it does
point. Sir.
benefit me though. But what you
No,
saying
sir,
doesn't benefit
no, sir,
me.
sir. It does slightly benefit you. I would rather not have it benefit them, okay, and to benefit you heavier, okay.
So it doesn't even matter though, because you're not going to tell me it doesn't benefit. It has to benefit one person, but it doesn't benefit this person. It doesn't make any sense to me.
What are you talking about, sir? Again, you seem to think in monoliths, don't you?
No.
Yeah, you
You talk
apparently
about
you apparently don't have the ability. Sir,
tax
do you
benefit,
understand?
the tax code needs to benefit this person, but it doesn't need to benefit this person because they're multi-billionaire. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay, well, it
I
does not
look
make
at-
sense to you
I
at all,
look at
sir.
the Jeff
But
Bezos,
I just want to let you know, okay, that what I'm saying benefits you, and what what you're saying benefits people who would put you out of business in a heartbeat and not
They
even
can't
think
put me
about
out
it.
of business.
Yeah,
They cannot put me
you
out of
think
business.
that.
They drink it.
You think that.
Yo, bro, I had big
Just like
companies come to me and say,
millions
hey, we
of
want- listen,
millions of other small
here in
businesses
the
have been
Bay
put out
Area
of
where
spot.
I'm at,
Okay, they would
here in the
destroy
Bay
you.
Area,
They would
I've been
destroy
in
you
business
in a
for 5
heartbeat.
years.
They would destroy you in a
I've been
heartbeat.
in business for 5 years,
Sir,
right?
I
had
think
3
that's
companies
awesome.
come to
Why are
me,
you yelling?
and I'm not yelling.
You're yelling.
I had-
Please be quiet.
Okay, I'm speaking loud with passion.
You're just speaking loud. Okay.
I'm speaking loud with
Sir,
passion.
if you could
So I
stop
actually
that, that would be
company.
really, really great.
Okay, cool,
Okay,
cool.
cool.
I'm gonna
Sir.
keep I'll keep my passion down a little. I'll bring
All
it
right.
down.
Sir, I don't
Okay,
know why
cool.
you're crashing out here. We just have a very
I'm not crashing out.
sir, we just have a very simple disagreement. Okay, my thought process, okay, is I want people that are billionaires with a B. First of all, no one should have $1 billion. That's wild. They're literally like crazy. But let's just say people do have $1 billion because that is the world that we live in. Okay, that people that have $1 billion should pay a much larger piece of their wealth. I think that companies such as Amazon, companies such as Walmart should pay higher percentages in tax revenue, and I think your business should pay lower than it even already is, most likely. Okay, and I just think it's very, very strange that people just sit here and simp for billionaires. They simp for these ultra rich people, right? As opposed to policies that actually help them currently in this moment. Like they have that buyout with Elon Musk, right, for Tesla.
Okay.
Which means that literally by the time that buyout is done, he is going to make more money than all 1.4 million elementary school teachers combined. Right?
Okay, so what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that is we should be paying our teachers to teach our children. And we should be
Yeah,
teaching
we
them
should be.
better,
Yes,
right?
we should.
And so
I agree with you on that.
and how do
We should be.
how do we pay teachers?
How do we pay teachers?
Through taxes.
I mean, we pay
Through
them
ta-
like crap.
Through taxes, sir. We treat
Yeah,
them
I
through
said we pay
taxes.
them like crap.
So, sir,
You know
what
what
I'm
I'm
what I'm
saying? I
saying
know
is,
it's through taxes.
if we taxed people like Elon Musk more, we could pay our fucking teachers more money, right? Getting more qualified
All that
teachers.
sounds good, though. All
Okay.
that sounds good. But the U.S.
But
we
that's
have
not
so
what
much
Donald Trump's
money
policies
that's not
do.
being
Yes.
allocated. The money is not being allocated to the right way.
Then we need to put in people that allocate it to the right way, because it's
Look
it's
at
not
all the
going to
crap
the
in the
sir.
beginning
Sir.
with Trump and Elon in the beginning of the
Sir.
administration this year.
Sir.
All those USA, look at all that money. How come that money couldn't go to the teachers?
Sir,
really-
sir, that entire amount of money that Donald Trump totally found or whatever is like Elon Musk's paycheck for a day.
Yeah, for a day, and trust me, for
So-
a day, 1 day of Elon's lunch check can feed the whole entire city.
Yeah, sir, sorry. Again, I'm not going to go after these little freaking Doge things or whatever that he kind of found for certain little tiny things, and most of it was made up, when we could literally
What's
just
not
go
made
after
up?
Elon
It was
Musk for
not made up.
paying his
It's
fair
fact.
share, and then we don't have this problem at all.
Okay, cool. I understand where you're coming from on that. There's some part that I agree with you on it, and there's some part I totally disagree.
Yeah. So what USAID did and Doge did, Doge pretty much just shut down things that they thought that they could, make a headline out of, not even understanding a lot of the stuff that they were actually shutting down was actually very important stuff. And that's the
Like
sad
what?
part.
Like what is important? Money to freaking Sudan, money to over here for freaking people that think they're fucking men or women, whoever the hell.
Yes,
Money for
sir,
freaking-
I understand that the right has a very, very serious problem with everybody else's genitalia. Okay, I know you guys don't
Yeah,
go.
that's not. Yeah, it's
You guys
sick in the
don't
head.
go. You guys
Yeah,
don't go
it's sick
10
in the head
minutes.
type.
Yeah, you guys don't
Yeah,
go.
that's sick in the head type, though.
Yeah, you guys
These
don't
people
go
are
10
sick.
minutes without thinking about somebody else's genitals. I
Yeah,
understand.
they're
It's
sick in
very
the head.
strange.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's sick in the head. It's possessed.
It is sick
That's
in the
possessed.
head to constantly think about other people's genitals. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, they're sick in the head. Yeah, they need
Sir,
to go.
I'm talking about
go-
you.
Go to church or something and,
Sir,
and pray.
I'm talking
and
about
ask
you.
for forgiveness.
I think you
Tell-
need, sir, I think
Tell
you
them
need to go
pray
to church.
that
Sir,
demonic spirit,
sir,
tell
shut
them to
up.
pray that out. That is the only way it will work. You know?
Shh. I think
All right.
you need to go to church, okay? Because apparently, all right, I'm muting you now. You need to go to church because apparently you need to start praying that God takes all of those thought processes of everybody else's genitals out of your mind, because apparently you cannot live without just fantasizing about everybody else's genitals, which I think is a huge issue. Maybe you actually have the Satan in you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sick people that think they're born one way, they want to go transition to something else. Okay, I'm the one. I'm the one
maybe
that's
you got
sick.
that Satan in you.
Okay.
Hail
Yeah.
Satan!
Well, okay. Well,
Can we get the
besides that,
666 in the chat?
What's next?
Hail
No, besides the
Satan!
economy, inflation? Okay.
Come from
Taxes,
the
you
depths
spoke
and
about
bless
taxes.
this
What about the
man
border and the
with
immigration?
his
Border
genitalia
and
that he
immigration.
cannot stop thinking about.
Okay, so you still on the same topic? You still on the same topic. Can we go to the next one? Border and immigration?
I've been wanting to do that for a while. I've been wanting to do
Oh,
that
okay.
for a
So
long while.
you see, I'm level-headed, man. You know, like border and immigration. What's your? That's one of the reasons I support Trump.
I'm sorry. I was having so much fun switching my lights. I totally forgot. What are you
No,
talking
no
about?
problem. I let you live, man. I'm not like the other guys that calls and then act all stupid and get all mad. I'm chill level. I can have a conversation for days. I'm from Africa. My family is big in politician back in Africa, so I'm used to debate. It's not a big deal for me.
All right. Well, you should work on your skills then. Have a good day.
Oh, you done? You scared?
Oh, I thought you said he was done. That's what I thought he was saying. Oh, like we said from Africa. Like I don't know why I'm just getting like all this other stuff in my head. All I could think was like that Dave Chappelle skit where he's like, "Why don't you click your heels 3 times and go back to Africa?" You guys know what I'm talking about? Anyway, sorry. Sorry, I don't know why that came to my head. Do you guys like the red lights? I've been wanting to do that for like a while. Shadow, thank you so much for the $2. College, you're drunk or high. Yeah, I'm not really sure which one. Frost King says, as a business owner, you should be skeptical that he bankrupted 3 casinos and a whole bunch of other businesses. Trump steaks, Trump airplanes, Trump, whole bunch of stuff. Ted and Tech thinks that hot dog stand Sbarro is real New York slang. Or wild over here. I'm having so much fun. Yo, make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate you. Silky Johnson. And Wonder Twin, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Huge time using the chat for all the donators, but especially Wonder Twin right here with a huge $10 super chat. Said, hope dude is not driving because he is crashing out. Yeah, dude definitely went into like a tree or something if he was. I feel really bad for that. All right, we're going to keep this thing going. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Wonder. I really, really appreciate that. Silky John. And as I sip my water that I'm sure somebody spit in. It's funny what you said about my coat. Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I am 30 years old. I am almost 31. Yeah.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes, I am actually a one-issue voter. I don't know how many are out there are of those, but
Too many.
I'm a lifelong Democrat. Yeah, I'm actually more.
Well, even one is
leaning
too many.
Democrat.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah, I'm a Jew, so I not that I don't care about America, but I'm independent when it comes to politics in America. When it comes to Israel, what Trump has done for Israel really resonated with me, and that's why I support him, because especially recently, just with ending the war. I know there's still skirmishes going on, but getting the hostages out was my key concern. And,
Biden had more there was
happy
more
about
hostages released under Biden's watch than there was under Trump's. There was over 140 hostages released under the watch of Biden and 20 under Trump.
Oh, 100%. Biden did a great job getting the hostages out. I just think that the final 20 was the hardest to get out, in my opinion, just because that came with ending the creating a ceasefire.
Yeah, there was also ceasefires prior to the Trump administration that were broken. There's been tons. I think there's been over 20 ceasefires actually that have happened that have already been broken, and this one was actually broken. This is just a small pause. That's all it is. It's just a headline or whatever. And yeah, he put a little screws to Netanyahu, which I guess is good, putting pressure on Israel finally, which is something I can kind of give him a little bit of credit for. I wish Biden had done more of putting pressure on Israel instead of bending over to him all the fucking time. But I guess if we're going to have a slight, lowering of the loss of life, I can be cool with that.
Yeah, I'm glad we could agree on that. I'm saying I don't agree with everything you say, but I think with Israel specifically, I think Trump has done a wonderful job. I think with the Abraham Accords now, with the Saudis hopefully getting on board, and they just added a different country. If you could help me out with that, just over the past couple of weeks, right? They added a new country into the Abraham Accords.
The Abraham Accords are one of the biggest reasons that the attack on October 7th even happened. So it seems kind of weird that you would be super, big into that.
Oh, because of the Saudis, they were about to join, and Iran was going to feel isolated. Yeah, that is true. In hindsight, but yeah, the Abraham Accords did for sure have a part. I would say the same thing, but there was no one knew at the time that was going to happen.
Yeah, we did.
I just
everybody knew that. Actually, that was actually very common knowledge.
Yeah, I just don't think this two-state solution. I don't think it's really so feasible. Every president was trying to always create a two-state solution until like the Trump administration came in and realized
Trump
that
has no solution.
Instead of going for the impossible.
What's Donald Trump's actual solution?
Accords, I think,
no, the Abraham Accords aren't a solution to Israel and Palestine. That's a completely different thing. What is Donald Trump's actual solution to this?
I know. I just wanted to finish. So I don't think there is a good solution to the two-state solution. I think that the only way to like focus positive, something good elsewhere was creating the Abraham Accords.
But that's fine, sir. I'd like you to tell me, since you're giving Donald Trump all of this credit for ending this conflict, okay, what actually is going to be his solution to end it? Because he has yet to release one. Nobody's agreed to one. This conflict, this war is not over. So what actually is the plan to ending this?
What, specifically with Gaza?
Yeah.
What's going on right now?
A ceasefire. But again, there have been almost 24 ceasefires, sir, that haven't actually ended in any type of actual resolution to the actual war. So it just sparks back up. So unless you actually have a actual like conclusive plan, okay, for how everybody is going to live in some type of harmony going forward, all right, then you haven't actually done anything, nor have you actually given any type of plan, nor do you get really credit for shit. Because again, there's ceasefires for everything. So what is Donald Trump's plan? Because he's yet to come up with one, as far as I've heard.
Well, I think this Gaza plan has a 20 point whatever plan it is. I think they're only entering phase 2 right now, right? So phase 1 was getting all the hostages out. Now, phase 2, I believe, is demilitarizing certain parts in Gaza, and then Israeli troops are slowly going to pull back. What happens after that? They said that they can, the PA, the authority can run it, or Hamas also can run it. So they're going to have to come up with a certain type of government within Gaza probably to run it, right?
I haven't seen any plan that says any of the things that you just said. The only plans that I've actually seen actually kept troops in Gaza, and actually, and there was no plan actually for the replacement of Hamas that they actually agreed with, nor that they would be freaking de-arming or relieving the government within Palestine. None of those things were in phase 2 of Donald Trump's plan. None of them exist.
Maybe not phase 2. Maybe it's phase. If you look it up, it's all there. I read it.
Sir, no one's even agreed to phase 2. And none of that stuff you said is in phase 2 or phase 3 or phase 4 or phase 7. And again, neither side has agreed to any of this or even phase 2. They barely agreed to phase 1.
Well, I think phase 1 is already over, right? All the hostages are out, and all the deceased hostages, I think, are out.
Sir, phase 1 had a whole bunch of stuff in it that was outside of hostages.
We could get on the nitty gritty of every single detail.
The nitty gritty is important
in general. Like, of course it is. But if you look at it from a different scope, I think that it was mostly successful. You wouldn't say that?
Gotcha. So if you look at it at the nitty gritty scope, there's no meat on the bone, right? And if you look at it from the macro level, there's absolutely no plan for a long-term solution. Right. Either way you look at it, whether you look at it from a micro level, a medium level, or a large level, right? You don't have anything going forward, right? All you seem to be happy about is the hostages being released, and I'm totally okay with that. If you just want to say there was a ceasefire that happened under the Trump administration, he finally put the screws in Netanyahu, and we got some hostages out, and I give him credit for that. That's totally fine. Okay, but if that's all you have,
that's fine. That's perfect. So we can end right
but
there.
If that's
perfect.
No, but it doesn't end there. And the rest, but no, sir. But it doesn't end there. Okay, because that's no different than different ceasefires that have happened under the Biden administration, that happened under the Obama administration. If we just leave it there, okay, then this is prepped to just go completely the exact same way it has before, which is a re-escalation, right? And instability throughout the region. That's the way that this leads if we don't move to the next plan. If this is all it is, then Donald Trump is just no different from anybody else.
I don't know. I think I hear what you're saying. I feel like if it was just this that he did, then maybe you have a good point. I just feel like it's everything. It's like one big kitchen soup pot, if you know what I'm saying. It's just like everything. It's a combination of recognizing Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. It's also on top of that recognizing the Golan Heights as Israel's land. It's also recognizing
Yeah, I'm sure that's not going to cause any, disruption in the region, right? I'm sure that's going to help to create peace and stability because everybody in the region can super agree with that, right? Sir, you just want to simp. You just want to simp for Israel. Okay, you don't want somebody who actually understands the region or understands policy or is actually good at being president. You just want somebody who's going to simp for Israel. And if that's all that you're going to have, then I'm not going to lie to you. You didn't even pick a very good one on that because Biden actually did way too much of that too, way more than I thought he should have. And you're still not doing a good job of even defending that. Okay, because I don't really know what you're talking about. It sounds like you just wanted to run down your talking points of pro-Israel stuff that you want to talk about, all right? While they as opposed to talking about the fact that a literal genocide was being committed by Israel against the people in the Middle East, and the United States continued to support it through the death of freaking mass casualties, a higher civilian casualty rate than World War II. Okay, that's what you're. Is that what you're just trying to support? Are you just trying to run down these talking points? Because if that's all you got, then this is a waste of a conversation.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I just wanted to specifically point out to the fact that Biden, you're bringing up Biden. I wasn't planning on, but Joe Biden, in my opinion, I was always a supporter of Joe Biden until he gave Iran a few $1 billion, and that money went to Hamas.
Donald Trump literally encourage Iran to sell oil to China, which will make them way more than a few $1 billion?
1 second. I'm talking. You didn't answer my question. You didn't answer.
We're doing a comparison thing, sir. Hold on. When did Biden give Iran money?
There was a deal between getting some high-profile hostages. You don't remember?
No. Are you talking about the $7 billion or whatever that never made it to him?
Oh no, it made it.
They did not.
Oh, that's fake. That's fake information.
No, it is literally not. It went to Switzerland.
It was in a holding account, and so they
yeah
held it,
that
and then
never
they ended up
yeah, and then it was released and then reheld in Switzerland before they got their hands on it. They never touched a dollar of it.
Very interesting. I never heard that one before.
Well, you should look it up.
Okay, I could look that up. I don't really have time to look it up now, but if there's anything else I could say.
No, I'm good. Hope you have a good day. Okay.
Okay, fine. Now listen, we agree and disagree on certain things, but that's okay. That's America. I have no problem with you. I'm MBO, right? Yeah.
All right, sounds good, man. Have a good one. Lee's, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Thank you so much. It says you have a lot more patience than me. Enjoy your trip to California. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Y'all, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like I said before, this will be my last day for a week. And honestly, it's been a very weird week of life. So I'm kind of happy to get a little reset over here. It's been very, very strange. So thank you guys so much. Big W's in chat for Lee. Sorry, I didn't put that in there. Thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate that. All right, what time did I get on? How long have I even been on? I don't know, like an hour and a half. All right, we can keep going for a little bit. Hey, y'all, if you like to support the live, I do have super chats open, super stickers, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. They're all in the bio. So thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate that. Hello, how are you?
How's it going?
Jesus, I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Is this politics?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Yeah, I had trouble calling you a few times through Google Voice.
All right. Well, you made it here.
Yeah.
So, do you support Trump?
I have skeletons in my closet about that. I used to support Trump in 2018.
Hmm.
Yeah,
No, don't say yeah. How old are you?
20 years old.
What are you talking about, dude? I think you might be breaking up.
Oh, sorry.
I'm fine. I'm fine doesn't answer that at all either.
Can you hear me?
Apparently not very well. I think you're breaking up because I'm not feeling like I'm hearing all the words.
Okay.
Yeah, you're breaking up bad. All right, I'm gonna let you go. Because
It's insane.
because yeah, I'm having a hard time understanding you. I'm having a real hard time understanding you. Unfortunately. Yeah, he said something about skeletons in his closet. I was very confused. About what he meant by that. I found that very strange. Shadow, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said, you're coming to California. I'll be the first to say welcome to the Golden State. Welcome back to the Golden State. That's where I'm from originally. Welcome back there. Hello, how are you?
Hey man, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
34.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Actually, I wanted to call in because I'm not necessarily a Trump supporter, but you talk a lot about a lot of different things besides Trump, and I feel like some of the things you're a little misguided on. So I do want to touch base on that a little bit. I'm a little curious to hear a couple of things from your perspective, if that's okay.
Or are you going to hear from my perspective, or am I misguided? Why would you want to hear from my perspective if I'm misguided?
Well, for the simple fact, first of all, that it would be an educational component for both of us. Second of all, I want to understand a little bit more about this platform. So I've seen a lot of these different YouTube channels where you guys are all basically, do you support Trump? And then you guys have these very stern parameters with the people that you're talking to. And as soon as they deviate from the conversation that you're trying to navigate,
You mean pivot.
you seem to cut them off.
No, you mean
I
you mean move
deviate.
away from the conversation that we're
Yeah,
having.
that's exactly what deviation is. So you're not going to sit here and play these little
Yeah,
mind games with
again,
me,
sir,
dude.
if we're talking about
So,
something,
and-
why
and-
would I, sir, if we're talking about something, why would I want them
Okay.
to deviate to a different part of the conversation?
Because that's what your entire group of people.
No, sir,
has
I'm
done
asking
as I've been
you
watching for
sir,
weeks.
sir,
Yes,
I'm asking
you're asking
you
me,
a
I'm
question.
answering you.
No, you're
So
not,
this is
sir,
exactly what
sir.
I'm talking about.
Sir, please stop
and
whining and
actually, I'm
crying.
going to make one request.
All right,
I'm
please
gonna
stop. All right. Please stop whining and crying, okay? Literally, it's literally not a waste. You're muted. No one can hear you, okay? No one can hear you. Sir, literally no one can hear you because I have muted you. Okay. All right. Sir, I'm about to hang up this phone if you won't let me say a few words on my own live, okay? Now he's just yelling slurs at me, by the way, guys. He's just yelling slurs at me. Super big crash out early. Jodeci, thank you so much for the goat. I really appreciate that. Toby Maguire got bit by a spider. But me, it was a goat. Sorry. Thank you so much, Jodeci. And Purse Phone, thank you so much for the jewels. I really appreciate that. Alan, thank you so much for the jewels. And Luis with the 10 gifted memberships. Can we get huge W's in the chat for Luis for the 10 gifted memberships? Absolutely huge. Thank you so much, Luis. That's very, very sweet. Who else got some of those too? Yeah, seen some good gifteds in a while. Sharon, Jules, Letitia, Liz, Perpicious, Huey, Frankie, Derek, Lisa, Ruth, Gammy, everybody got gifted. Thank you so much, Luis. Huge W's in the chat for that, for the gifted. We're gonna open up the phone lines. We've been having some crash out call. You know it's bad when the Israel guy is actually the so far the most sane. That's a wild thing to say. That's wild. That's wild. See, I'm not the one gifting him out there. Gifting him out. Luis is gifting them out in my YouTube right now. And so that's where we're at with that. Oh my goodness. Let's see what we got over here. Maybe we have some over here that's worth to have a conversation with. Who are you? Hello.
Hello, Polly. How are you?
I'm good. How old are you?
I'm 37.
All
No,
right.
I'm 47, but I just wanted to tell you I love your lips and I think you're a very nice man. And every time I stare at you, it's like there's a party going on in my eyes. Now, I'm a lizard breeder. I'm also a body language expert. And I just wanted to tell you that Trump, he's the silly man. And your previous caller was very angry about something. I don't know what. But when they look into your eyes, you are so precious and just so beautiful. No, please.
Oh, that was enough of that. That was enough of that for the day. I'll tell you that much. Woo! All right. That turned pretty quick. Woo! Hello, how are you?
Why are all of you faggots?
I'm sorry. Is this your attempt to hit on me, or what are we doing here?
No, it's not. You're a faggot, dude. If I saw you in real life, I'd beat.
He'd kiss me. The rest of his sins were me off. That's actually what he was getting ready to say. That's what he would do. He wants me. I got you, big dog. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
32.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay. Why would you do that?
because he's the
Bye,
president.
Louise. Bye, Louis. See you later. Because he's the president? You have any other reason?
No, he's the president. Why would I not support the president of America? And I'm an American.
Because A, that's very unpatriotic and anti-democracy, and B, because he's just doing a job. When he does it bad, you shouldn't support that.
But he's still the president, regardless.
So
if he
fucking
does
what?
it bad or whether he doesn't.
I mean,
He's in
Hitler was
in power.
technically still the leader, right? So should he have been supported?
Wait, say that again.
I said Hitler was technically still the leader, during World War II when he was doing concentration camps, but he was still the leader, so they should have just supported him regardless, right?
I mean, he's forcing people to support him. We don't live in a dictatorship like that.
Well, we
is,
not
a
for the moment, at
democracy.
least.
Why would I not support someone who is,
Why would you support an
control us so
sir?
much?
How old did you say you were?
I'm 32.
You're 32. Do you ever owned a business or managed anything?
Did I manage in a business?
Yeah, have you managed anything in a
but I
business
have-
ever?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. So when you hire someone to do a job and they do it poorly, do you still support? Do you just go, "Oh, well, I hired you to do a job. You're really shitty at that job, but I'm just going to keep supporting you anyway. Here, how about a raise? Maybe we should give raises to our employees that do that do a bad job."
The point, but that's not the point of what you're trying to say.
That is the
Of
point of what
course
I'm
I would
trying to say.
support them. Even if they're bad at it, I'm still going
No,
to
I would.
support them.
Well, you must not have been a manager very long, because if somebody doesn't know how to do their job, or they're doing it poorly, or they're purposely going out of their way to do it poorly, which is what they are, and ignoring all the rules, taking more vacation days than any other person has ever taken in the history of that job, then I'm going to fire them. Okay? Because they're
Okay,
hired to do a job and they're not doing it.
okay, he's okay. Let's say he's not, or someone is not doing their job. You still gotta support him if he's in
No,
a
I don't.
position of power.
I don't. That's
You should
ridiculous.
still support him. You
That's
should want him
ridiculous.
to succeed. You know.
That's ridiculous. The president of the United States is a
Why
public
is
servant,
it
sir. The
ridiculous
president of the
to
United
want
States is
someone
a
to be
public,
successful?
sir. The president of the United States is a public servant hired by the American people to do the job. If he is doing the job in a way that supports the American people and supports democracy and supports the Constitution, then I support the president for doing that. Even if I can somewhat disagree with the things that they're doing. Donald Trump is not doing that. He is not doing a good job of supporting the American people. He is not doing a good job of supporting the American economy. He's not doing a good job at being a human being or being even human towards other people. He's not doing any of that stuff. So I am not going to support somebody who's trying to consolidate power, who is trying to take an authoritarian approach to the United States and is disregarding all of the things that that is made of America. I'm not going to do that. And if you do that, you're not American.
No, I disagree with that. I think you can support somebody and wanting them to change how they've been acting.
It's insane.
You know, you can say yes, he's done a poor job.
No, all you're doing
Still
all you're doing
have
is
support
wishing.
for the person who's in a position of power. You still want them to be successful, regardless of what he's done in the past.
Sir, I don't want Donald Trump to be successful at anything that he's doing because all the things he's trying to do are bad for America.
That sounds like a personal issue, and if you
Sir,
don't
why
want
would
the
I want
lead
Donald Trump
person
to be
be
successful at being
because he's
bad
the
for
American
sir, listen to what I'm saying. Why if Donald Trump is successful, America becomes worse. Why would I want that?
How does America become worse if he is in a position of power and he is trying to turn the economy around, like he's trying to lower inflation? What's worse about lowering inflation?
Nothing's wrong with
Like,
worse
what are his
with
goals
sir, nothing's wrong
specifically?
with lowering inflation. Donald Trump's specific policies, the things that he is trying to do is raising inflation. Okay, the things that Donald, sir, no, hold on, sir. I want you to be quiet for a second because I want to completely explain this. Okay, before Donald Trump did these policies, everybody that had who had taken an economics 101 class, okay, at any point in their life, said if Donald Trump puts, sir, please let me finish. Everybody who had taken a singular economics 101 class ever. Okay, said that the Donald Trump's tariffs, his policies that he were putting on international trade, were going to raise inflation. Everybody knew it. Nobody wanted him to do it. Donald Trump then puts in tariffs. They then raise inflation. Donald Trump wants to do more tariffs, which would again raise inflation. So I don't want Donald Trump to be successful in raising inflation. Why would I want that?
That's not his goal, though. His goal is to lower inflation and to incentivize U.S. in trade. That's not his goal. His goal is not to increase inflation. What are you talking about?
Sir, either A.
That's not his goal.
Sir, either A.
His goal is to lower inflation.
Sir, I heard you the first time. Sir, either A. Okay, Donald Trump's goal is not to raise inflation. Okay, which is why he continues to put in policies that raise inflation. Or his goal is not to lower inflation. His goal is to raise inflation, and that's the reason why he's putting in policies that raise inflation. Sir, do you have self-control problems?
You're saying things that make no sense.
You're not letting me finish, so you don't even know what I'm going to say. Thank you. Either A, his goal is not to lower inflation, it's to raise inflation, or B, he is too incompetent to have the ability to lower inflation. Okay? Those are the only two options. The only two options are either he's trying and he's failing or he's not trying. Either way, I don't support it.
Okay, well, let me respond to that. You said if his goal, your initial claim was, why should I support him when him being successful in his goals would be detrimental to America? And then you go and explain how him implementing an economic plan failing, is him just being a detriment.
Sir, you're breaking up. I'm having a hard time understanding. Sir, you're. I don't know if you're not talking to your mic or what, but I literally can't understand you.
Okay, let me say this again. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you better now.
Okay. You went on to say how Trump being successful in his goals would be a detriment to America because his goals are negative in the first place.
Correct.
But then you went on to explain that him implementing the economic plan as a failure was him just being a shit president. But that wasn't the point of what we're talking about. What we are talking about is him achieving his goals being a positive thing. He is not actively trying to raise inflation. He is trying to lower inflation. And whether or not he is successful with his economic plan, that is beside the point. Him, his goal is positive, even if he does a shit
No.
job at doing it.
It's not,
So-
because you know what else is inflationary?
Can you let me finish?
Can you get there? Because you're just repeating yourself.
No, this is the
You've
first time I'm saying
you've repeated the same statement like 3 times. I'm just trying to get to
no,
a point.
I haven't.
Sir,
this
you know
is
what
the
else
first
is
time I've said
inflationary
it.
and hurts the economy? Mass freaking deportations. Those are also inflationary and hurt the economy and hurt job creation in the United States. Those
Okay,
also hurt that.
It might.
It does.
I'm not saying I disagree with, I probably agree with a lot of things when it comes to me and your beliefs on what Trump is doing. We probably agree on a lot of things, So me and you arguing about what he's doing is pointless because we agree on a lot, But the main thing is that at the end of the day, he is the president, and he is in control of a lot. I want him to be successful. I want him to do things that are good for all people.
Yes,
So
I want him to be a
support
better
him
person
in
too,
doing
sir.
so.
Sir, I also want Donald Trump to be smarter and to be more economically sound and to be a better human being. I also
That would
wish
be
he had done
amazing.
that, sir. But we're way past that now. Okay? We
No,
are
we're
way,
not.
sir, we are way past Donald Trump being a good person. Okay? Donald Trump literally was in the office, okay, and told Mom Donnie to call him a fascist. Okay? We are literally dealing with a fascist. Okay, so no, we are way past that,
That was a
sir.
joke.
Sir, if you want, it was not a joke.
It was, though. It
Yes, I
was.
understand, sir. Every time the president says something that you don't like, you guys call it a joke, no matter how serious it is. I understand that you guys want it to be a joke. I understand that you guys want it to be a joke that while the president is currently sitting in office and hitting all 14 tenets of fascism currently, who is doing all of fascism, who is directly related, who's definitely related to fascism and has actual fascists that work for him in the White House. While he's doing that, you want to say, "Oh, well, it was a joke." It's not a fucking joke, dude. It's not a fucking joke.
It is because
Okay?
an actual fascist wouldn't allow a person to insult him in his
Sir, I'm sorry. I can't understand you again. I don't know what his problem. I don't know if the microphone is down your fucking throat or in the other room.
Nah, you're getting mad.
Yes, I am, because I'm trying to have a conversation with you, and it doesn't seem like you have the ability to stay at a decent distance from your microphone in order to have it, and I hate repeating myself.
All right, you're getting mad. It's all
I
right,
just
buddy.
told you why I was getting mad.
It's all right, buddy.
Do you have the ability to stay at a decent distance from your phone to be able to have a conversation? Yes or no?
Dude, I've been talking the same the entire time. I think you're mad, if we're being honest. Like, I think you have no ground to stand on.
Yeah, because you're an idiot, dude. You just keep repeating
Okay,
the same
there you
shit over and over and over and over. Do you
I've
not
never
understand,
repeated
sir?
something
Do you
over
not
twice. What are you
understand,
talking
sir?
about?
Sir, you would have
You're
been,
mad.
sir, you would have been the guy supporting Hitler in 1930s Germany. That would have been you.
You don't-
Okay,
you don't
that
know
would
me,
have,
dude.
sir, that would have been you, who's just sitting up there like, well, he's in power, okay, and he has, and you know, he has the power and he makes the decisions, so we just need to support him regardless. Okay, that is literally what you're saying. You would be that person. Okay, and I think that is very sad
No.
for
me.
somebody, okay, an American, somebody who supports things like democracy, okay, to supposedly, okay, is supporting someone who's literally calling for the public execution and hanging of Democratic senators right now, and you're still supporting him. Was that a joke too?
Dude, so you don't have the ability to like disagree.
Sir, just answer the question. I don't need your opinion on my feelings. I want you to answer the question.
Dude, I've told you plenty of times. I've told you once before, not plenty of times. I've told you once before that me and you probably agree on a lot of things.
I can't understand a single word that you're saying. I literally cannot understand a single word that you're saying.
I told you before that me and you probably agree on a lot of things. So I have no
All right.
idea why you.
Hey, sir, as much as I would love to continue having this conversation, I literally can't understand you. I literally hope that once you hang up the phone, you listen to the replay of this live to hear what you sound like.
You can hear me clearly, dude. You're
Okay, well, you should literally go to the live and notice that I can't.
What I said
I did, and I hear you for a few words, and then you go right back to muffled.
I think you have no ground to stand.
See, like right there, I have no idea what you just fucking said. All right. Well, have a good day. I advise getting a new cell phone. Okay.
Yeah, you mad? You mad? Huh? You mad?
Why would I be mad that you're too poor for a cell phone? I guess that's Donald Trump's economy. I can't hear the guy. Oh, we're going to open the phone lines in a second. Sorry. Alan, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Louise, thank you so much for the $5. Said, Paulie, have to leave. Hope you and your family have a good holidays, and thanks for all the learning for this community. Oh, thank you so much, Louise. I really appreciate that. And Valador with the $10 super chat says, it's a wonder you stay sane with some of these people, with these calls. I miss listening to your lives for the week, but I wish you have a wonderful vacation. You earned it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Frost King said, I support Trump being the first gay president. That's actually really funny. Thank you so much, Frost King. And Heathen, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Said, have a beer for me on vacation. That dude made me freaking grab some apple juice right now. I was like ready to go. I'm like, man, it's too close to my vacation time. It's like the end of the evening. Thank you so much, Heathen. Can we get big W's in the chat for Heathen, for Frost King, for Valador, and for Luis for the huge donations? I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That is very, very sweet. And JP Easy, Shush, Jeremy, Jodeci. Thank you guys so much for the jewels also. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And Delissa, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. W super chat for Delissa also says, dump truck, I love the poorly educated, this MAGA brain cult caller. Happy to bend over for an incompetent president who is graping our country right in our faces. And MAGA brain cult continues to smile as he does it. Dude was literally like I said, he sounded like he was underwater. He sounded like he was talking like this. This is exactly what he sounded like as I was talking to him the whole time. It sounded like he was talking to me like this. Like, after a while, I just get frustrated, man. I'm like, dude, like, holy crap. Like, have you never talked on a phone before? What are we doing here? Thank you so much, Delissa. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And CJ with the 5 gifted memberships on top of that. Thank you so much. Daniel Shopwood, lovely. Counts, D Wade over in the Landscape Live. Thank you guys so much, CJ, and thank you so much for the 5 gifted. We also have Portia over with $10 over on the Cash App. Said for putting up with these callers somehow. Hey, it takes lots of practice. Thank you so much, CJ, Delissa, and Portia over there for the gifts too. I really, really appreciate that. We're gonna try to take at least one more. What time is it? How long have I been on? Oh, I haven't even hit 2 hours yet. We're gonna try one. We're gonna try to hit another one over here. We'll see if we can get this thing going. And I'm gonna have myself a little vacation apple juice over here. I'm on vacation. Make sure you hit that follow button and hit that like button also. I appreciate that. I'm on vacation. It's good now. Hello, how are you?
Oh, hello.
I haven't packed a singular thing. I haven't packed a singular thing
Not
yet.
try my hand up per se, but just wanted to join your call. I like what you're doing. I'm like I guess, part of this typical, what is it, politically immature mind of a Trump supporter, I guess. And I'm happy to just kind of have a chat about a topic that I support. Is well, I'm pretty happy with him deporting the illegal immigrants. Is there a way you can kind of enlighten me, correct my way of thinking? You know.
Yeah, I
you know
think
what I mean.
I think the best argument towards it, to be completely honest with you, is just that it's bad for the economy.
Is it really? Like,
It is.
Like, can you explain why?
Yeah, sure. So they contribute massive amounts of money in tax dollars. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was very loud. They put a bunch of money. They pay a bunch of money in taxes. They buy things, right? Like, so they buy food, they buy consumer goods, they buy all of those things, right? All of those things help to spur the economy, and we're literally talking about trillions of dollars of consumer goods that are purchased and moved throughout our economy because of undocumented immigrants. And when it comes to jobs, also, we actually, the whole like old South Park, they took our jobs thing is like the most opposite thing ever. Actually, what we actually see is undocumented immigrants tend to work what they call what's the name of the jobs? I think it's called complementary jobs, and don't quote me on the exact word, but I can explain it. That way we can get past that, right? But it's actually not like undocumented. Like, I'll give you an example. Undocumented immigrants aren't coming and taking like server jobs, right?
Right. They're not like taking computer data analyst jobs. They're not taking engineering jobs, but kind of like a lot of those.
We can even go lower than that. They're not even taking like your Applebee's server jobs.
No, not even.
Right?
No, I agree with you. I agree with you on that.
But a lot of times they are the dishwashers.
No. Oh, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Or the prep cooks and all that sort of stuff. So we actually see a direct.
To be fair, that's like a stereotype that a lot of people know.
It was a stereotype, and I did that specifically, right? But
yeah.
But regardless of any of that, what they actually do is they actually help to maintain and sustain jobs because they're working those more complementary jobs that Americans don't normally work, like that actually complement American jobs. And when they go away, those jobs go away, and when those jobs go away, the American jobs go away also.
Now, this is what I've been taught, what I've been learned. Like you say, it'll would it crash the economy? Would you say it will crash the economy, or do we just kind of suffer for a little bit?
If we were to actually deport every undocumented immigrant that was in this country, like if say like I could snap my finger and like they all just went away right now, it would crash our economy 100%. 1,000% it would crash it. Now, granted, that's not possible, right? So we don't have to worry about that happening.
No, not at all.
But we're already seeing, we're already seeing different
would
things.
Would you say that's how many illegal immigrants? Oh, but I know this is a touchy word to use, the word illegal immigrant, illegal alien. But I guess that's what we're calling them at this time. But is there really
undocumented migrant would be better? But go ahead.
Okay, undocumented. Hey, thank you for correcting me. I'm happy to use that, and you taught me something new. Now, undocumented migrants. Now, is it really to such a large amount that it would affect our economy to that extent that our economy would just crash?
If we were to snap our fingers, for estimated 14 million people gone out of our economy, yes, 100%. 14 million people is a lot of people.
But why are there so many? See, I guess I don't like the idea. I'm going to be honest. I don't like the idea that we would suffer economically. But I also don't like the idea that there are illegals because they should come in legally. I'm happy to have ways like to extradite them in. Like, again, I'm not educated enough, politically informed, or whatever the right way to say it is. But I still feel it's not right for them to be here. And how do we fix this?
Well, I think first of all we need to get this out of our mindset. This whole it's not right for them to be here. Okay, that statement is wrong from the get go. Okay, because there is no right to be here or wrong to be here. Okay, the idea of U.S. citizenship isn't even a founding principle of this country. Right, that didn't exist until the 14th Amendment. And before that, people just showed the fuck up over here, and on top of that, they really just stole the land that they even showed up on, because it was just colonized by Europeans after they committed a genocide. right, on the Native American people. So supposed to be here is always wrong. Now, if you want to talk about people being here, you know, on a legal status, I can agree with you. I prefer to have people here on a legal status also, right? Then it just really comes down to, okay, so what's logical and what's illogical, right? It's not logical to deport 14 million people. It's just not. It's not going to happen, okay? No matter how, you know, how brutal or inhumane Donald Trump gets, he's not going to deport 14 million people. It's not going to happen, right? So,
Right.
they're already here. They're helping our economy, right? They're building our economy. They boost our economy. They boost sales. They boost small businesses. They boost even large businesses in American economy. You know, they boost our tax dollars. They pay, you know, millions of dollars every single year into Social Security, which they can't even get money on our Social Security, which is already, you know, fringe, not even fringe, but like not really doing good in this country, right? So what do we do about the situation, right? That is the question. Do we, A, try to deport all of them, which again, A, is not going to happen, right? Or if it was to happen, we would have to get so brutal and so inhumane. Like literally, I think it would require like probably the U.S. military to just literally go marching down the streets and arresting anyone that is brown and figuring out the rest later.
That's insane, right?
But I'm saying like
I'm sure
that would be the only way you would even get close to doing that, and that's insane, right? Like that's nuts. Nobody wants that, right? So then we think, how do we fix this? Okay, well, what are the biggest complaints when it comes to people that migrants are being here? Well, we don't know who they are, right? I think that's the biggest one that I always hear, right? We don't know who they are. They could be terrorists. They could be criminals. They could be X, Y, and Z. Cool, understood. I have no argument for that. That is a total possibility that people that we don't know are here could fit into those categories. All right, so let's start with the people that we know are here and they're not those things, right? The millions and millions, the overwhelming majority of these undocumented immigrants that are working, that are contributing to our economy, that are paying taxes, that have no criminal record, all of those people. And let's start by giving them amnesty, right? They're already here. They're already helping us. Let's background check them. Let's give them a legal, a pathway to citizenship. Let's make them legal residents. And let's start that process of making them American citizens. Then we now take ICE, which again has now become I think the 5th or 6th largest military on the planet just in itself. And we use them to go after everybody else. Your criminals, your gang members, your suspected terrorists, your all of those people. And you concentrate them on getting all those horrible people, the bad people, locked up, thrown in jail, deported, all of those sorts of things, right? So the people that are here, they're doing the right thing. We use them for that. And then the other people, we have this large force. We actually go after the criminals. And then we build up our borders, right? And I don't mean that by a wall, right? I mean, a wall can go. I really don't care. But we do that by manning our border patrol correctly to make sure that they can stop people. And then on top of that, we give we reform our immigration system so where that people that actually do want to come here legally that are, that aren't criminals, that are, that aren't terrorists and stuff like that, can actually come into this country and actually have a legal means of coming over here and actually have a legal and expedited way of actually getting citizenship where it doesn't take 5 to 10 years to actually get there. That's me.
Yeah. I agree with that.
It's hard not to. And I'm just being, and that's not a slight at you. It really isn't. Unless you're just super fucking racist, it's kind of hard not to agree with that, right? Because it really helps everybody, right? It helps them. It helps Americans. It helps our tax dollars. It helps Social Security. It helps our businesses. It helps everyone. So why not agree to it? You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I'm happy you challenged. You asked me why, escape from that mentality. It's legal, not legal, right? You know what? I never questioned it. I just kind of went with the flow, and I'm glad you proposed that thought.
Yeah.
You're changing my mind. You're helping me develop from this.
Yeah, and there's always going to be, small change, oh, I like this or I like that or whatever. But I think the biggest thing is we don't want to hurt us. We don't. I don't think that anybody, sorry, there are plenty of people, but I don't think in any way, shape, or form we want to be inhumane to people. I do think that we need to make sure that within our borders we are secure, right? We don't want bad things to be happening within from terrorist groups or anything like that. And I think that helps us to get there. I think that helps us to get to that end game quicker than trying to just deport 3,000 people a day or whatever Stephen Miller is trying to do.
Is he really deporting innocent, I don't know what to say, innocent bystanders or, well, basically non-violent criminals? Like, is he deporting those too?
Yeah, over 80% of the people that the Trump administration is deporting have no criminal record at all, outside of just
now that I'm hearing,
outside of border crossing. Yeah.
Okay, neat. Well, now that I know that, again, I'm probably like a good representation of what a lot of Trump supporters are. We're highly uneducated, uninformed, and you know what? If what you're saying is true, I don't agree to that, and I don't support that. Then,
well, it's not just that. I think the Democratic Party does a very, very bad job of articulating their policy. Right? I think they do a very, very bad job of being able to say things, you know what I'm saying, that actually just make sense. They try to speak at this high level. Or they spend too much time dealing into what's polling and what's focus groups and all sorts of shit like that, when in the reality we need somebody on the left that just gets up there and just says exactly how shit is. These are your concerns, these are what we're trying to fucking do to fix it, and we think this will actually get us to this end goal, which I think is the end goal that most people want, which is safety within our borders and a sustained US economy. And I think that's I think most people can agree with that. You know what I'm saying? So I know Biden did a very bad job of articulating, or really fucking anything, to be completely fucking honest with you. Even though he did do quite a bit of good, I think he did a very bad job of articulating any of it. Obama was a very good articulator and stuff like that. I think he did. Sometimes he's just so fucking smart, he talked over everybody. But gotta take credit for the good stuff you do too. That's what Donald Trump has no problem doing. Donald Trump will take credit for shit he doesn't even do. Donald Trump
I've been seeing a little bit of that over time.
Yeah, Donald Trump just sees something good happening somewhere in the world, and he's like, "I did that," and they're like, "No, you didn't." He's like, "Shut up!" And they're like, "Okay," like that's pretty much that's pretty much what Donald Trump does. Where on the other hand, the Democrats can't take credit for even shit they actually do. So, anyways, but yeah,
no, I appreciate you for having me on your call. I really admire the way you're very well articulated. You're very well spoken. I like mine, so just shout out to that.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate that. I hope you have a great day and a great Thanksgiving. All right.
All right. Thank you. Have a good one.
All right, you too, man. Bye. Well, that was a fun little convo. After what I've been dealing with today, that's the best comment I've had in a week. A call I've had in a week. Yo, please make sure you hit that follow button if you haven't already. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Angie, thank you so much for the $2. Super chats, safe travels, and happy birthday to your mom. It is my mom's birthday in 2 days. It'll be fun. It'll be a good, really, really good trip. Can't wait for that. That'll be really, really fun. And Taurus, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Can we get huge W's in the chat for Taurus with the 5 gifted super chats? I didn't even get to call out who got them. I don't even remember which side it was in. Oh my goodness, I don't even think I can get back. Oh, there it is. Smoke got one. CJ got one. Matt, Conscious, Wannabe, and Collapse. Oh, that was too many. That was 6. All right, well, 5 of those 6 people got one. All right, let's open up these phone lines. Let's keep this thing going. I am enjoying this, so I really, really appreciate that. Good way to end the stream. I'm not ending it yet. I'm going to go one more. Should I be ending the stream? I'm going to do one more. If y'all like to put the live super chats, all that fun stuff, I really appreciate that. Memberships. I'm going to do one more. I'm not going to be on for a week. I have to get it out of my system, okay? Hello, how are you?
Hey, what's up?
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 32.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yeah, bro. 100%, bro.
100%.
120%.
120%. So there's not a thing I can name that Donald Trump did that you don't support.
I support everything, bro.
Everything. So when he said he had sex in common with his daughter, you support that?
Had what?
Sex in common with his daughter?
sex in common? What does that mean? That they both have sex?
Yeah, no. So he was asked. They were like they asked his daughter Ivanka, right? I'm sure you're familiar with Ivanka, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and they asked,
Yeah,
hey,
she's
what
Carrie, Kissinger's wife.
Kissinger's wife?
Yeah,
No,
Ivanka
she's
Trump.
married to what's his name? I can see his face. Why am I forgetting his name? Oh God, Kushner. There it is. Jared Kushner.
Kushner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kushner. Yeah.
Yeah. So they asked her. They were like, "Hey, what do you have common with your dad?" And she was like, "Oh, like I would like to say like golf and real estate. Those are two things that we have in common that we both like doing, right?"
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
That's nice.
yeah. And then they asked Donald, and
Yeah,
he was
that-
like,
that's-
he's
that's
like,
two
he's
things
like,
that
well,
Donald
actually, I
loves.
like to say sex.
Because him and her both have sex.
I don't know what context he meant it to, but as a dad of a daughter, I'll tell you, it's fucking weird.
I mean, it depends on what she was doing last night. I don't know. It could have been a joke, bro. You know.
Even as a joke, still weird.
Yeah, I support bro 100%. It's not weird, bro. You're not
Okay.
gonna have sex when she's. How old is she? 32? 30? 40? 30?
All right.
Yeah, it's
So,
like-
like, would you tell me, like, right now on the live that you think, like, that you have sex in common with your mom because you guys both do it?
I mean, I guess so. I mean, like, I don't know why. Like,
No, I just want you to
talk
say
about,
the
like,
words
border
because it's
or,
just
like,
weird.
Immigration.
No, because
or,
you
like,
said you support him 120%.
that Congresswoman getting
So,
$5 million.
sir,
Like,
sir,
can we talk
sir,
about
sir.
something
No, hold on,
serious and
sir.
something silly?
You said 120%. You didn't say like 90% or 99%
And then
of
you're
or
bringing
that.
up an interview that I've never heard
Well, that's all
about.
fine. We can move on, sir.
Like,
but
yeah,
sir,
like, can
if
we
you're
talk
gonna
about
say
something serious and
if you're gonna
something
say
serious,
120%, then we're gonna go for the fun stuff. Like, how about the fact that he just called for the execution of Democratic senators by hanging?
Oh, perfect. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you agree with that?
Bro, why are they telling the military to go against the president?
They didn't.
What they said, oh, if you think that there's something not right in your chain of command, like we're telling you to go against this. They didn't just say like, oh, just report it to your nearest supervisor.
No, they
They're
just told
saying
them
to go
not to
against
follow.
the
Sir,
to go against orders.
sir. They told them to go against unlawful orders.
Okay, and what unlawful orders has the Trump administration?
They didn't say that. They
had
didn't
the
say.
military
They
do?
didn't say that he had done any.
Oh, exactly right. So Trump, during his presidency, has not issued.
Oh
a
no, I
single
believe no,
unlawful
sir,
order
sir.
to the military, correct?
All they were saying is if they are unlawful, you don't have to follow them. So you think that just that just so like if I said like if I said like, hey sir, don't go kill people because it's illegal. All right. Do you think that because I said, all right, that you should not do something that's illegal already? All right. I think we can both agree. You think that I should now be executed for that?
If I should be executed for what you said?
Well, I just told you not to do something that's already against the law. Do you now think that I should be executed?
I told you to do something that's not against. I don't know. I'm not really getting your analogy.
Yeah, they
what I would like
told
to say
they
about
to-
the situation.
Yeah, that's fine.
is
They
that
told the military to do,
they-
sir. They told the military to already do
They are
something,
telling
sir.
them
Hold
to-
on, sir.
to,
You didn't understand my question, so I'm going to make it easier for you,
think twice
sir. Listen.
when Trump issues orders,
No, they said to make sure they're lawful, which they're already required to do.
in which they're lawful. But it's
That would be under the
very- it's
UCMJ.
very- It's very dangerous when it's senators that are former military members, and they're
Sir.
starting to say,
So
hey,
again,
you know,
again, sir.
if you think
Sir,
that
hold on.
certain
Can we just
orders
stop?
are
Can we just
unlawful,
stop real
don't
quick
follow
here
them.
before, sir? Again, the UCMJ tells them not to follow unlawful orders. Okay. The Uniform Code of Military Justice tells them not to follow unlawful orders. Okay. That's the law. Okay. That is literally military law. Tells them not to follow unlawful orders. It's already in there.
And why are the senators sending this message out?
Sir. So you believe that these senators?
Why
Sir,
are the
no,
senators
hold on.
sending
No.
this
Nope. Shh.
Okay, I'll follow your train.
So you
Let's go for it.
think that because the senators said what was already the law, they deserve to be executed. I want to be clear that you agree that they should be executed.
I think anybody that is trying to create doubt in our military about following the president's orders should be executed. Yes.
Wow. Well, this guy thinks that veterans, all veterans that have served in our military, right, that know the military law, know what the military members are required to do, literally retired generals should be executed by hanging for using their free speech to say something that's already the law. Isn't that sad?
It is sad that they're telling them to
No,
not
you're
follow
sad,
orders.
sir. Again, lawful orders. Lawful orders.
Okay, and Trump hasn't issued a single unlawful order.
I don't know whether he has or not. I don't know all the
Period.
president's
Like,
orders.
and that's the period.
Sir,
on it.
sir,
Trump
you,
hasn't
you
issued
know
a single
every
unlawful
sir,
order.
you know every order the
That's why
president.
I
Hold on, sir,
support Trump.
no, shh.
So I support him. Not a single unlawful order.
Gotcha.
No
So you've
crime,
heard every
no
single
fraud, no
sir,
waste,
sir,
no
sir.
abuse,
I know you're
everything
I know you're crashing out.
100%
It's fine,
through
sir.
and through.
Sir, I know you're crashing out. Okay. So you're saying that you know every order that Donald Trump has given to the military.
Yeah.
Oh, so you must have the clearance and also access to the Situation Room and the White House and the Pentagon to know every order that's come out of the Pentagon.
I mean, I eventually approved of the bombing of the nuclear facility.
No,
in
sir.
Iran.
I'm
I
saying
eventually approved of
every
that one. I
order.
eventually approved of that one. At first, I didn't like.
Sir, it was a
into
simple
an entire
question.
war
Sir,
with
sir,
Iran,
sir,
but it was
sir.
only
I'm
like
not, sir.
13
Sir,
day,
hello?
you
Anything
know.
up there? Hello?
Yeah,
I
I'm right here.
asked you if you know every single order that's been given to the military by the president.
I mean, like, for example, like the
No.
bombing
It's
on
a
the
yes or no.
Venezuelan
Sir,
boat, right?
sir. This is a yes or no question. Do you or do you not know every single order, okay, that has come down from the president? Yes or no?
I mean,
nope. I don't want to. Yes
yes,
or no?
a
Yes, you
majority.
do. No. So that's a no.
Oh no, not every order, but a majority.
Okay. So then how do you know they're all lawful?
Because he would be held accountable.
How do you know that? By who?
Because like everyone is looking for Trump to even do any kind of mess
Does
up.
everyone know
Trump
the
is
orders
held
that are
to
coming
a higher
down?
standard than any other president.
Trump is
in
held
my
at the
life- in my
lowest
lifetime.
standard of any president in history.
No, maybe Bush was. Bush was horrible though. Bush was just doing whatever.
Bush was bad. Bush was held to a
Bush was
lower
bad.
standard than Donald Trump. Donald Trump literally has the lowest standard in the history of any president ever.
What? Donald Trump has a very, very high standard. The Democrats are on his booty, man. They on top of him. They on top of bro.
The dude
He
is
has
literally
no-
in violation of the Constitution like every other day.
Like doing what?
Accepting gifts under the Emoluments Clause.
Accepting gifts. What do you gifts? You mean the business deals? The $1 trillion he got from Saudi Arabia?
No, I'm talking about the literal airplane that he was given from like Qatar. Or the gold
Yeah,
bricks
our
that
biggest military homies, biggest military base in the Middle East. Qatar, the homies. Yeah, man, Qatar, man, we cool with them, man. I love Qatar, man. They really do put on for our military members.
I would bet an unlimited amount of money that if I gave you a world map, you could not point out Qatar on a map.
It's in the Middle East.
Sir, I barely think you could point out the Middle East.
Is it by Kuwait, Qatar?
Jesus Christ. Anyways, this is a very, very random stance to take, weird stance to take, man. I think you probably need some help. But I'm gonna move on because I think you're a waste of time, all right?
Oh, bro, come on, man.
No, I think
Come
you're a
on,
waste of
bro.
time and have no want or ability to engage in
I'm over here
actual
telling you why I
discourse.
support the policies.
Yeah. All right. Well, no, you're not. But anyways, this is a waste of time and have a whatever day, okay?
The plane from Qatar.
Hello, how are you?
Make America great again.
All right. That was all 3 of his brain cells working at full speed to just say that last part. Very, very strange. There's no chance that guy could have pointed out Qatar. I'm not 100% sure I can point out Qatar. Like, just being honest. If you want to be real about it, I don't think I could. I'm really bad at geography, though. I was literally just having that conversation. Like, I'm really bad at geography. Like, really, really bad. Like, obnoxiously bad. Anywho, I think I will call it a day from then, because again, I need to go pack, because I have not packed a single thing at all. I've not put anything in my suitcase. So I need to go pack. So I will see you guys in a week. Sound good? Hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I love you guys. See you guys then. See you guys after the holiday. Eat lots of turkey. Eat lots of ham. Lots of mac and cheese. Get really fat. Turn off the diet. Okay? Turn off the diet. Diet's off. All right? Ain't no staying slim. Eat it all. Okay? Eat it all. Don't worry about it. All right? And then after all of that, we'll come back with larger waistbands and enjoy our week next week. All right? So I hope you guys are having a good one. Love you guys so much. See you guys later. Make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. Enjoy the Discord. Maybe we'll make a little Turkey Day Discord channel. That way we can post in our Turkey Day pics. All right? So besides that, I'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful one. Mwah. Love you guys, all right? Bye.